There you go. Yeah, yep. Oh, that sounds good.
Let's get it.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to tell you about. I was trying to tell you about the fight. Tom Fury with, what was the other guy? Do you know who it was?
I don't even know who he is.
So this,
I didn't really tune into that fight.
So it's this black dude, right? He was fighting him, and they were like pro, whatever. I don't even know how this happened, but Jake Paul is the commentator with the co-host or whoever, the co-commentator on the fight. So I don't know if this happened before the fight. I think that fool's uncle, I think his name is John Fury, right?
That's I think that's his Tommy Fury's dad. I'm not 100% sure. I think that it's his dad though.
Well, whoever he is, he's the one who started
the one that took off his shirt, right?
Yeah. I think that happened
I'm not sure though. I think that might be his dad. I'm not sure.
So that happened in the beginning, right? But what was funny and interesting is like, it almost feels like it's a setup, man. And you know why? Because how is this guy commentator for this guy's fight when they have beef?
Just want to know why he got into that commentator spot. Were the fights under his promotion? Because I know he has a promotion.
I don't know, but he was the commentator, and the whole time that he's fighting, he's talking shit on the mic or whatever.
About Tommy, right?
Yeah, and then at some point, Tommy stops, and he's literally like talking, or I think he said something about like, you're a little bitch or who knows what. Like
while he's fighting.
While he's fighting. So I'm thinking like, damn, bro, that must be pretty stressful to fight while your ops is right there talking crap, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like what I saw, you know? And I was just kind of thinking like, damn, how would that be like as a fighter to be there? But then at the same time, I thought it was all kind of set up too, because maybe promotional stuff or whatever. Because at the end, Tommy's like, what's up then? Hop in the ring right now. And that guy's like, oh no, to come outside then. And then he tries to go out, and then they try to stop it. So that's what I saw.
I'm not sure because, like, there's a lot of fights to be made with Jake. And, like, even at that event, he did the face-off with Andrew Tate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, they're trying to get that fight going.
That's the funny thing is, too, like, what is the coincidence? Like, Andrew Tate's there, too.
Where was the fight at? Do you not know?
I don't know. It was somewhere out there in Europe or something. Because I know that Tommy's not allowed in the USA. From what that's what I heard. He can't get a visa to come out here. Supposedly, that's why he couldn't fight Jake.
Yeah, I don't know. They should just fight. Because I don't think he should fight Andrew Tate. That's kind of just like more for like the crowd, you know. And Tate's good, but he's kind of been drinking a lot, smoking a lot. He hasn't been fighting, you know what I'm saying? And then he's not a pure boxer. And then Jake's just been fighting for years. And he's not like the best boxer, but putting all those years in seriously versus just taking time off and getting old and drinking and shit like that. I mean, I don't think the Anderson Silva fight was even like a good fight because Anderson Silva was almost like fucking 50 years old. Yeah,
and I mean, even Tate is like 10 years older, right?
He's like,
I think he's 35, yeah. And isn't Jake like 25?
I'm not sure, but yeah, like
Tate does have a lot of fights though. Like, I mean, he's got experience.
In a kickboxing fight, he would whoop his ass for sure. But like in a just boxing fight, like
that's what my brother was trying to say. He said, different. "Man, I don't know, because like, you know, it's not kickboxing."
Yeah, and boxing is a lot different. Like, people don't understand that. They'd be like, oh, this was a fighter. He could fight him. Like, you can take an amateur boxer, and he'll beat up a lot of MMA fighters, even professional kickboxers. In boxing, yes.
Oh, because the sport's so different. So
and it's comparing apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying? Like, you take a boxer and throw him in the MMA, in the octagon, or you throw him in the kickboxing ring, he's going to get his ass whooped. Vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be, oh, just because they're fighters, they're all equally the same. So what's the primary
focus of a kickboxer? The kick?
Yeah, well, you're gonna kick, you're gonna knee, you're gonna punch, and like in boxing, you're only aiming for the body and up. So like the movements are different, the head movements are different. Things you would use in boxing, you wouldn't use in kickboxing or in Muay Thai. Like, you wouldn't be down here weaving you get kneed, you get kicked. You know what I'm saying? You get clinched. Whereas in boxing, like a lot of kickboxers and Muay Thai fighters are kind of stationary. They don't have that good footwork. They don't have that good upper body movement, that slickness. Whereas like boxers have that. They're gonna hit you. They're gonna move. They're gonna get up out of there. And you're gonna spend a lot of time trying to catch up to them and hit them with power shots. Where they're just gonna tag you, move. You know
I see. Because the sport's so different. They don't focus on the footwork, like because they don't really think of those.
Boxing footwork's a lot more complicated than like kickboxing footwork or Muay Thai footwork. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not jumping around, you're not moving around as much, you're not cutting angles as much, but you can still use boxing in Muay Thai or kickboxing. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of Dutch fighters have a lot of good footwork. They're like explosive with punches, but yeah, it's apples
so what
and
do you
oranges.
think is gonna happen? Like if they do fight, because I don't know if they will or not.
They're gonna for surely fight boxing. If Andrew Tate fights Jake, I think that would be a difficult fight for Jake, just because Andrew's still young. He, you know, like you created this image for yourself. You can let someone like, you know what I'm saying, like kind of you can let someone ruin your, you know, what you got going on. And it's either you don't take the fight.
He's not gonna give it up easy.
Yeah, so it's like either you're gonna go out on your shield or you're gonna fucking, who knows? You
seen the video of his brother talking about this? Andrew Tate's brother. I think his name's Tristan.
I thought it was Tristan.
He said that there was a video, somebody's recording him from the back in the car driving whatever, and he was saying that he's telling his brother not to fight because Andrew's saying, he's saying that Andrew has a lot to lose because he's a 4 times world champion, whatever. It says if he loses to Jake Paul, then he got whooped by a YouTuber.
Yeah.
If he beats Jake Paul, well, he just beat up a YouTuber.
And it's like, yeah, I guess you could say it like that too. It's kind of like competing with girls. You can't compete with girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just it's either way it's a lose-lose. But like in a kickboxing fight, he'd beat the fuck out of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In an MMA fight, I don't know if he's the best MMA. He had like one MMA fight too. But he'd probably still beat Jake. But boxing wise, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like Jake's been practicing boxing purely. Only boxing. I'm not worried about kicking. I'm only worried about throwing hands. And it's like that's different when you're worried about, I'm worried about practicing my takedowns. I'm worried about takedown defense. I'm worried about clinching and kicking and all these different aspects instead of I'm just worried about this part of his body and using my hands only. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like.
Have you been watching Jake Paul fight? Or some of his fights?
I've watched some of his fights. I didn't watch the Anderson Silva fight. I watched the highlights.
Yeah.
But man, I used to think that he was kind of a chump, but I ain't gonna lie, he's good.
I feel like he's pretty good, man.
He's taking it serious. But also, you gotta think about it. Like, same with him. You built yourself up to be this person that's a boxer. Now you're like, fuck, bro. Like, if I take my foot off the brakes and someone beats me, they're gonna be like, oh, told you. He didn't take it serious. He wasn't a real boxer.
Yeah, and he's got a pretty good winning streak right now.
Yeah, and the thing is, he picks his fights good. He picks MMA fighters that are on their way out, older people. You know what I'm saying? He's young. He's big. He's good at boxing. You can say he's been boxing for probably over 5 years now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's his craft now. You know what I'm saying? Like he's no longer just this. I'm gonna box YouTuber. Now he can really box boxers. Not saying he can box the best boxers, but and also confidence is one hell of a thing. Like I'm pretty sure they brought people in for him just to beat up on, and no, for real. And then it's like you get used to beating people up and knocking people out, and you get like okay, like I'm used to knocking people out. I'm finna just swing.
Our studio's falling apart.
Our studio's falling apart. It's okay. Subscribe now so we can get a better studio.
Sheesh. It's all good.
But he's doing good, and he brings life to it.
Here, let me put these things back, and then we'll just cut it later. Let me put them back real quick so they don't fall all the way.
Stay tuned.
It's not bad now, right?
Nuh-uh.
Starting to get used to it. You don't even think about it anymore, huh? Oh shit! I put that on side. I don't know why this shit's doing this. Oh man.
You probably should get like some Velcro, like the Velcro ones.
Yeah, you're right. Ones that stick a little better, huh?
Yeah, a little bit better.
That's good. I'm gonna have to. It's good. We'll look back on this one day and be like, dang. All right, my bad. Sorry. So, yeah, but that's kind of what I don't know what to think personally. I don't know who to say that. Obviously, I'm not a professional. You fight. you know more than me about stuff like that. You know what to look for, but just from off the surface, you feel, you know what I mean? Like, it looks to me like they're both pretty good. And I feel like Andrew, I don't know if you've seen some of his fights, but he looks like he got some knockers.
No, Andrew's good, and he has a different fighting style. He fights more like slick, kind of like hands down, pop you, be quick, reaction time kind of shit. Because like when you fight with like your hands down, you gotta have like good attributes elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like people who don't have good eyes and don't have good like reaction time can't put their hands down. They're gonna get hit. But if you have good eyes and good reaction time, you can put your hands down, draw them in, move, boom, hit them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it seems like his moves are very calculated, like little snipers. Like I saw him just like down, boom, just knockout. I was like, I mean, obviously I haven't really seen too many of his fights, but the highlights I've seen.
No, he's good. I haven't really watched too much of his fights too. And two, with him, he kind of seems more like a old school kind of like karate fighter. Like a lot of his fights, like some of them are kind of like against kind of like karate kind of guys. And then he has some good kickboxing fights. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
so what's the difference between you do Muay Thai, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference between that and UFC? Like, because I see there's the UFC gyms now. Like, what do they teach there? How's that different from Muay Thai?
So Muay Thai is like it's stand up striking, and you use your hands, use your elbows, use your knees, and then you clinch. So it's kind of like kickboxing, but with elbows and clinching. I guess that's the easy way to say it.
What's clinching?
Clinching is like hand positionings.
Oh,
and
okay.
Like having someone in the clinch, you know,
Oh,
like
yeah, I
grabbing
see.
them and stuff. And even that's like a whole thing because you gotta learn how to get out of the clinch, different clinch holds, and how to maneuver.
Almost like
and
a stand up wrestle.
Yeah, it's kind of like Greco-Roman wrestling, upper body wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
kind of, you know. But it's Thailand's national sport, and kickboxing is just like boxing and kicking. A lot of it came from like karate and taekwondo backgrounds, and then you got like American kickboxing, and then you got like Dutch kickboxing, so there's different kinds of kickboxing. The main style though is like the Dutch kind of kickboxing, the Muay Thai kind of kickboxing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
and then UFC is more
UFC,
like wrestling.
Yeah, well, UFC it's everything. It's MMA. MMA is everything from ground to stand up, and then every fighter is different. You know, some people are good jiu-jitsu fighters. Some people are good wrestlers. Some people are good boxers. Some people are good kickboxers. Some people are good Muay Thai fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what makes the fighting so crazy because like this person could be a better wrestler than you. And you might not be that good at wrestling, but you're a better striker. So it's like with fighting, it's always like problem solving. So say you have two fighters fighting, one is outclassing the other on the stand up, but the other person who's getting outclassed knows like, man, I'm a better wrestler than him.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing to do would be to take him down, then to play him at his own game. So then now that guy's on the ground, he's like, fuck, how am I gonna figure this problem out? Then he has to figure out this dude's problem. And then same with fighting, same with like kickboxing, boxing. It's problem solving in real time. Like you see something coming, you're like, okay, now this is coming. Now it's like you have that split second thing. What am I gonna do? Then you throw something. Now he has a split second. Either he's gonna get hit, he's gonna move, or So that's why it is like a game of inches too. But
So basically, like the UFC is kind of like free for all. Whatever you got, you can bring to the table.
Yeah, MMA, yeah.
Because boxing is just
they still have rules. Like you can't do certain things.
Yeah.
Like in certain organizations are different. Like in the UFC, you can't knee a grounded opponent, but in ONE FC, which is another MMA like organization, you're able to have someone on the ground and knee him in the face and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
So like it depends on where your rules are at. You know what I'm saying?
Are you thinking about like doing UFC too, or?
I've always wanted to like do like jujitsu or like wrestle, but I never took the time to learn it. So like,
Your coach is pretty good. I mean, I feel like he could,
no, but he's only a stand-up coach. He doesn't teach like wrestling or jiu-jitsu.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. So he
you
only
have
teaches
to
Muay
mix
Thai.
and match your coaches to learn different things.
Yeah. If I wanted to learn like how to wrestle or jiu-jitsu, I'd probably go find a jiu-jitsu school or something like that.
Oh, I see.
Because my coach doesn't teach wrestling or jiu-jitsu.
Okay, I feel like I saw him on a fight at the UFC. Wasn't he over there not that long ago?
On like on a UFC fight?
I don't know for sure, but I think I saw somebody from Sacramento. And he was like, either he coached him or represented, or he was there with him or something.
He did recently coach. He recently was in the corner for one of the guys that was fighting in the UFC.
Yeah, I feel like I saw him on there.
Yeah. He recently was out there.
What's his name?
The fighter?
And the coach name?
Ezra Regan.
Ezra Regan. He seems good.
Nah, bro, he's the best Muay Thai coach in Sacramento.
I see that, man.
You want to learn Muay Thai? Call Ezra Regan.
Yeah, I see that. Cause he's on Instagram. I have him on Instagram.
Yeah,
I follow him and I see his stuff. You know, and I don't know. I feel like he has passion for it, and that's probably what's gonna.
He does, bro. Like and that's what you gotta have to like. And sometimes passion sucks because it's like when you're passionate about something, there's always gonna be ups and downs in it, you know. But it's like passion will keep you going. You know what I'm saying? And he's been coaching for fucking over 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's so young. He probably started real early too.
He's like.
Does he fight too?
No, he's a coach. His brother was a world champion boxer. Yeah, from out here too.
Wow.
His brother Eric Regan. But yeah, he's been coaching since he was like 18, 20. He's like in his 50s now. So he's super passionate about
50,
it.
Wow. I would have thought like 35, 40 max.
And he always stays in shape, so he does look hella young. Like, yeah. But he's been doing this shit for a while.
Nice, yeah. So what about the Donald Trump, right?
The Donald Trump?
So you initially you didn't like Donald Trump back in the day. I remember when he first ran.
I still don't like Donald Trump.
Okay, so
but the thing is like sometimes you need like certain people who are like anomalies. You know what I'm saying? They're different. They're not the people you can put inside of a box. They're kind of chaotic, and it's like I feel like sometimes you need those chaotic people to kind of like help you get further. You know what I'm saying? And it's like shit, like with this whole past couple of years with like how things been going, it's like, I mean, shit, like
so you know why I think it's funny, because there's a lot of people like that to begin with, right? Like I've always liked him because I felt like he was an honest man. I'm not from here either, you know. I just think
that he's low-key like a dirtbag, you know what I'm saying? But then again, it's like once you get to a certain point up there, everyone's a dirtbag. Everyone got some shit that they sweep under the carpet, you know what I'm saying? Some people are more blunt about it, and then that's what makes him more be like, man, you was an asshole. You know, you are a piece of shit, but I mean, we got to pick our pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like, you know, the thing is, like, I guess the way I look at it is, like, if he's working towards our better, then...
Yeah. You know?
So I initially liked him. I don't know. Honestly, I didn't even really think about what his policies or what he said. Like, I heard about taxes. We're going to do this, that, whatever. But I just liked the honesty. And I was like, okay, well, like I've never seen that before. I was like, he's talking shit. That he's probably real. So, and the backlash. I feel like when you're speaking the truth, a lot of people are going to backlash on you. But what I find interesting is there's a lot of people, I don't know if you've seen on TikTok, they do a lot of TikToks like, hey, what do you think about Donald Trump?
Like random people talking to random people.
And they say, well, I'm not going to lie, I didn't used to like him, but bring him back. We need the gas.
Yeah. See, but I feel, man, there's so ways I feel about it, because it's like at the same time, it's like with how COVID happened, it's just like I'm just going to say the left, they were already kind of put in a shithole. And they were like supposed to fix the shithole, and it's like they really couldn't. So it was just kind of like, oh, you guys suck. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like they already were like, fuck, bro, we're in a shitty ass position from the get go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you got like fucking this nigga Joe Biden can't even fucking say a sentence. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck, bro, like.
So I agree with you. I like, because they were riding the wave that was falling. Right? It's like there wasn't gonna be a nice fall to COVID and all the whatever, right? But it's just funny because no matter who's in power is blaming somebody else, right? So he blamed them, they blame each other or whatever. But I guess at the end of the day, what's next? Right, what's gonna happen for the next 2 years? Because things have been kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty crazy.
Joe Biden, they ain't gonna win this time.
So what do you think is gonna happen? Like,
I think Donald Trump's gonna win, bro. And like I said, bro, like as much as I don't like him, sometimes you gotta have somebody that like can't be bought. I feel like he's one of those people that can't be bought. He's just gonna talk his shit. He's gonna say how he feels, and it's like when you have someone like that, it's like most of these people are gonna be like, "Oh, we can't say this. We can't say this. We can't say this." Like cancel culture, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't say shit without backlash. You literally can't say nothing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So he's already canceled. He don't give a shit.
He's already canceled, bro. Him, Tate, they're all canceled, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So the question is, Biden or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, bro. And it's because, bro, like,
oh man,
you can't take someone that, like, bro, like, I was with it. I'm not like a hater. I'm like, okay, if they can do something, we'll see. But all they shown is that. I don't want to say that he's incompetent, but he's not in the position to lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have someone that's talking about their son died in Iraq and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and he's old. It's like, okay, let him go.
Well, Trump is pretty old too now.
Yeah, but Trump's not gone, bro. Trump's talking his shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter how old you are.
I feel like that's going to be me when I'm old.
Yeah, if you're able to talk your shit and be confident, speak what's on your mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, bro, like, the thing about him is like, and it's like, if he could get the comedy booming, like, let the man do his fucking thing. It's like, bro, like, okay, he might talk some shit. You're always gonna have to deal with something, bro. Whether you see it publicly or you don't ever hear about it. There's always gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what other people are doing. Yeah, and it's like, bro, at least we can take this fool at face value and be like, he's a piece of shit, but he's doing this. Where other people are like, they're not pieces of shit. Yeah, they are. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? There's a saying that says it's better to deal with the devil you know than the one you don't know. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. The thing is, like, that's crazy about, you know, because you said the left or whatever. Honestly, I'm going to tell you, when I became citizen in 2015, that's when I became citizen. I didn't know nothing about any politics.
Hold on, motherfucker. I knew you way before 2015, bro. You wasn't a citizen
No,
then?
bro. No, I didn't have nothing. I mean, I had a green card. All right, I said I had a green card.
Well, what's up, cuz?
What's up, cuz? So,
what's happening?
But I came out. There was like they had like a big celebration in downtown, like the moratorium, whatever. I don't know what the building name is called, wherever. So I came out and there was stands right here. Democrat, it said, and then there was the Republican. The Democrat people were like all over, like, hey, we're for you, we're for the immigrants, we're for this, we're that. I was like, you guys are kind of sketchy, like,
bro.
So I went to the Republicans, but I didn't even know what the difference was. I was like, you guys are a little sus.
Hold on, bro, they're trying to get me.
If it's too good to be true, you know. So I was like, I don't know who these guys are. I'll just go to the other ones. They didn't even try to conquer me. I was like, I'll just go over there. So I was all right, here, put my name down, whatever. Nothing happened. Like, I don't even remember anything about it, right? And then finally, now I kind of got to learn.
5 years later.
Yeah, I figure out, like, oh, shit, I became Republican by accident. You know? So, but honestly, I don't think it should matter about that.
You know, because, like, bruh, like, you know me, bruh, like, I consider myself somewhere in the middle. But if I was to have to pick one, I'd probably be a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Just because, and I could be totally wrong, but it's just how I feel about it. I feel like the Democratic people always been like, and I can be completely wrong, somewhat for the people. It's always been like people who've been like me. You know what I'm saying? Like look like me, or like, whereas like the Republicans are always kind of seem kind of snobby, and they're not usually, they don't look like me. You know what I'm saying? Usually just the white people. You know what I'm saying? To be honest. But then it's like, bro, if Donald Trump's better for the fucking country, fucking, I'd vote Republican if that was the right choice. Whatever's the right choice. And like how I be saying, like, you know, always told you I was somewhat liberal. Yeah. I don't mean liberal as in like these people mean now, like, yeah, he, him, or like I'm always meant like progressive.
So
liberal,
what's
like,
your pronoun?
I identify as a goat. What's happening? but it's like I always kind of identified as a progressive liberal, meaning whatever it takes to move us forward, I'm with. Whether it's going back to conservative ways, whether like I don't believe in all these genders and this like that. I feel like that's just giving like liberals and like all that shit, just like, oh, fucking liberals, oh, it's just like yeah, those liberals, you know what I'm saying? I'm liberal as in progressive liberal as in like whatever we can do to move forward, I'm trying to do. That stuff's not moving us forward, bruh. Fucking, that's not moving us forward. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're right.
That's somewhat moving us backwards. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's like, bruh, like, now we used to have 2 sexes. Now we got to figure out which sex we are and this and that. And it's like, we have 2 sexes, bruh. Yeah. And then we also have mental health issues.
Let's not talk about that.
You know, we don't want to get canceled too early on episode 1.
We barely started, bro. Don't do it.
Episode 2.
So, no, but like that, like you said, that doesn't matter, bro. Because like I don't think Republican or Democrat, whatever. I think the people that are trying to do, like, let's say whoever's trying to run the country and be the driver behind the steering wheel, right? Where is he trying to take us? I think that's what that matters.
Yeah.
Whether like I feel like it shouldn't even matter what they identify as.
And a lot of it, bro, is just to separate us. You go over here to the left, you go over here to the right. Instead of thinking together like, okay, well, you got these good ideas, I got these good ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then it's like, oh, like, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, the left kind of makes things really hard, like, to like accept, and you can't even like push anything because it's like, cancel him. Oh, he's a hater. He hates this. He hates fucking. Like, it's like, bro, nah.
That's like communism, man. Because like my dad tells me that, you know, we're from Romania and they had communism. Well, I mean, I didn't see it, but back then he said that people couldn't say nothing. You couldn't even watch TV. You'd go to the store and they'd give you like, here's your 2 eggs, 2 half of bread, all that. Like, they dictated everything you did, you know. And so people complain about COVID in America, right? Like a lockdown, this, that's that, right? Like I didn't really care to be locked up either, right, in the house. But I got some aunts in Romania. They got COVID, and the cops would supposedly walk by and make sure they didn't leave the house. So I mean, we got it good, you know what I mean? So I see people complaining about how we, you know, where we're at. I don't know where we'll be. I was just telling my parents because we moved from this is our 3rd country we're in. You know, so 3rd destination. I was like, I don't know where this country's going, but hopefully we don't have to move.
See, what's crazy too is just like, America still is young. You know what I'm saying? We haven't been around for like hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you said, we don't know where we're going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you got a good point there.
We could be a whole fucking degenerate fucking country soon. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, you're saying it's young. It's kind of like a business, you know, like how many times do you see entrepreneurs that, what do they say, you go broke a bunch of times before you become, you become a millionaire a bunch of times before you like actually make it. Like you become a millionaire, you don't know how to handle it, you fall, you come back, you fall, like until you actually make it. So I feel like, are we on our first fall?
And shit, civilizations always fall. So it's like, when's America gonna fall? Like, because we're the superpower right now. For how long? You know.
So where are we going?
China.
China's
gonna take over.
So if you had to like bounce, where would you go?
Oh, if I was to bounce, Dubai.
I felt like I'd probably go to Russia, honestly.
Russia?
Hell yeah.
What was it?
What?
He's
got the biggest guns, boy. Like big, like I mean, supposedly we got more than them, but.
You think the Russians are gonna outgrow the Chinese?
I don't know, but the Russians are bullies.
Are that superpower, bro.
Yeah, but like they don't have weapons, bro.
Yeah, but they got numbers,
they just got hella little freaking people, like,
and they run everything. Everything's made in China. Everybody has to go to China to get their shit, bro. Soon China's gonna be like, no, fuck you. We're making everything on our own.
Yeah, it's true. But the thing is, like, they need what we got too. Like, so from what I heard is that Russia and China was like exchanging weapons or something. Like,
probably, bro. Them countries, them was the shady countries. They're trying to overthrow the U.S., bro.
Yeah, bro. Like I don't know if have you ever looked into like slavery and how it started?
Man, I kind of read about it in history, but I don't fully remember.
So what happened is, the Europeans, like that, you know, British, Spaniards, whoever, they all came here, and I don't know if I got it 100% right, but from what I understand, they came here and they tried to like enslave people from here, and they were having a hard time keeping them slaves because they knew the lands. They argued back, they fought back, whatever. They were having a hard time.
So they went and got people that didn't know the lands.
So what was going on is in Africa they had a bunch of tribes, and the tribes used to have beef with each other. So my tribe with your tribe had beef, I would go and capture your people, and I would sell them off to the Europeans, and they would give me guns so I could fight you back. Well, what ended up happening is they saw that they're buying slaves, so they started. Their beef was capturing each other to make money off each other now, and that's how it like accelerated. I think they say that, bro. I think like over 10 million people were enslaved. And the sad part is too. They say that 20% of the slaves that left, they never even made it.
Shit, bro. Hell yeah. You gotta think about it, bro. That's like transporting fucking like animals and shit. Like you're gonna have fucking some that die on the transportation. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, what they're saying is that they used to put them like in unsanitary places. They'd get sick. If they didn't like, do what they wanted them, they would throw them over the ship. Bro, like they treated them like crap.
You gotta understand, bro. Fuck yeah, because you understand too. Like humans, bro, or evil creatures. Like think about it. Once you get a power hype too, bro, like beating animals, beating bugs. Think about it. You smash hundreds of bugs and be like, ha ha ha. Imagine just doing that to humans and then knowing that you can keep doing it. You're like, who's gonna stop me? I'm gonna fucking keep killing these people like fucking like the animals they are. And
so the question is like, because I know there was like some of the stuff that I was telling you about, it's like not really like people don't really know about it, right? I like have to research it. I'm thinking like, man, like it's kind of messed up, the tribes, what they did to each other too.
Yeah, no, and I remember reading about shit like that too. But yeah, and then
and then the people that picked them up, how do you treat them like that?
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
shit, America was built on blood and slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see the stuff that people have to deal with.
Even people here. Oh, go back to your country. Like, motherfucker, you came here, you killed people for this country, bro. What are you talking about? And then you'll have the nerve to go tell those people, like,
that's true.
Go learn English. Like, bro, you're such a piece of shit. Oh my god, fucking like man.
He said, go back to your country,
bruh.
But yeah, but like we all came from somewhere, right?
People are like that, bro. There's probably people who will come to you and look at you and be like, ugh, like this motherfucker's not fucking American. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, bro, chill.
No, it's true. I mean, because like, I mean, there's gonna be people that like you or don't like you for your color or whatever. That. You know what? I feel like America is probably the most racist place on earth, man. I don't think, and you know why? I'll tell you why. Because when I lived in Spain, there was we had black people in our city, and they were coming. I think they were from Morocco or wherever, right? They weren't like Americans, right? They were just from different countries. But we didn't refer to them as those people, or like, hey, don't hang out with those people or this or that. Like, there was none of that. It was like love.
I feel like with other countries, like, was for sure with other countries, like when people see you, they're like, a lot of times they might be like, oh, he's American, just because the way you're dressed or the way you talk. They're like, oh, he's American. Not like in an angry way, unless people want to rob you. You know what I'm saying? And want what you got, then maybe, But then it's like, I feel like out here they kind of like they really separate you. Like, you're Asian.
They do.
You're black. You're white. Oh yeah, black people don't kick it with white people. Oh yeah. Oh, we don't kick it with Asians. Oh, but about Mexicans. So it's like everyone kind of has that's like a tag.
Like, where do you think that started? Because like, if you really think about it, what are you? So what are you?
I'm Filipino and Hispanic. I'm Filipino and Guatemalan and Nicaraguan.
Okay, so like Filipino people don't really hang out with Mexicans, right? Not by default. You're not gonna see a big group of Filipinos and Mexicans.
I feel like Filipino people hang out with Filipino people or like black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I mean, shit. I'm Filipino. I can't go with Mexican people, but I'm also half Hispanic. You know?
Right. But like for example, you'll see Russians, right? Mm-hmm. They only hang out with Russians. They don't care about even if you're white.
I think that's also like a tribalism. You're gonna kick it with people either who have the same ideals or the same color. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm Filipino, I see another Filipino dude, I'm gonna be like, oh, what's up? That's my Filipino brother. You know what I'm saying? But if he's not Filipino and me and him relate on the same topics, then that's my brother too. You know what I'm saying? But like,
same philosophy or morals.
Yeah, somewhat. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, is it wrong to like pull towards your tribe? Not be racist, but like to be like, you know what? I like my people. I like you guys too.
No, because I think it's comfort. Like if I was to go kick it with 10 black dudes or like 10 white dudes, I would feel kind of off. I'm the only brown dude here. I'm the only Filipino dude here. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes all share something similar with each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that. Only thing I share similar is, like, we might like the same shit. We might kick it, but, like, I'm still going to feel odd. That's just like if you were, like, one white dude kicking with, like, 6 black dudes or, like, 6 Mexican dudes or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to feel kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? And even then, I mean, if you're, like, a white dude kicking with, like, some Russians who are also white,
it's still not the same.
It's still not the same. You might feel a little more comfortable, like, oh, these dudes are white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but you're going to be like, hey,
you ever see a white boy? You ever see a white boy in a crowd of like only Mexicans?
Bruh,
and it's like,
bruh, that's how it be. It's always the white dude that's with all the Mexicans, or all the black dudes, with all, you know what I'm saying?
Right. There's always one of them.
But that's what I'm saying, because you fit in, you have the same ideals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's just the white brother.
Yeah, for real. Like I feel like everybody got a white boy too. It's funny because we all have like those specific friends from different little, you know, ethnicities or backgrounds, colors,
and I feel like that's why I say, like, if you notice, like, California's kind of always been a leftist state, right? But I feel like it's just because we're such a mixing pot. Like, you got so many ethnicities here where you're just like, I fuck with the blacks, I fuck with the Mexicans, I fuck with the Asians, I fuck with the Russians, you know what I'm saying? It's like, whereas like other places you're like, the white people are like, I don't fuck with the black people. You know what I'm saying? And then the black people are like, oh, the white people are racist. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, they even say, like, bro, California's been somewhat like a blue state forever. That's why that shit don't ever change. You know what I'm saying? There's so many of us, and that I feel like that's what makes us tolerant with each other. Whereas, like, if we were born fucking like in the boonies or some shit, bro, with a bunch of fucking like white people, and they were just all like, oh, we don't fucking like black people, then we might be like, you know, like, to fit in, I had to somewhat like not like black people. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, but that's true. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, like,
try to fit in
out here, we're you know, like, we're friends with everybody. I got black friends, I got white friends, I got fucking Asian friends, I got Mexican friends. You know what I'm saying? Whereas it's not like really that much hatred. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like other places, people are somewhat racist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, when I lived in Romania, I've never seen an Asian person.
Bro, people be saying, bro, my stepdad was like, bro, when I lived in Hawaii and I came out here, it was my first time seeing fucking a black person. I was like, bro, this is where everyone's been? like, bro, that's why every time you hear like people who like firstly came from different countries, they're like, bro, you know, I used to think they would look like this. You know
I've never seen a Russian in my life until I came here. Like, ever. I didn't even know they existed.
That was like, you want some onions? Like,
bro. What? Or Mexicans. I didn't know Mexicans were there. Like, or there was Mexicans.
He's like, what the fuck is this for?
Bro, and when I saw the food, right? A burrito, like, so, you know, we had like little, you know how you get a little plate, like little platter, meal, whatever, little chicken, mashed potatoes, whatever. That's how we eat. Then I come here and I seen that these guys bundle everything together and wrap it up, and they're like, eat that. I was like, oh, hell no. Like,
what the fuck is that? They put the fucking shit and they just wrapped it up.
I was like, that don't look good. Like, it's like almost look like not that classy.
They
like,
putting the salsa on it and shit.
And now I can't get my freaking hands off it. It's so good.
Bro, it's like that. It's crazy because, like, I'd be like, oh, I'm not a picky eater. And so I'm around some foreign shit, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm not finna eat that shit. I'm not about to eat that. I guess I am a picky eater. You know what I'm saying? I like normal shit, like hamburger. Like, I might try some shit, but, like, I ain't trying all this pickled shit. I ain't trying all this and that. Like, bro,
I eat everything, bro. You seen the Liver King, right?
Yeah, nah, bro. Yeah. Bro, that's a scam, bro. That fool's on steroids. He's trying to get you to buy some product, bro.
You think he is? That's what Joe Rogan was talking about, too. And he came back and said he's not on steroids.
I'm sorry, Liver King. I don't know if you're on steroids. That's just what I think.
Well, look, the thing is, I mean, whatever. Who cares? I mean, if that's what he wants to do. But I guess the thing is, to me, how the hell do you eat raw balls? Like, I don't know about balls, but
balls, like liver and cutting all that up. Yeah, I could see that.
But raw though.
Yeah,
he eats it raw.
No, yeah. I could probably eat like liver raw, but
you eat liver?
Hell no. I've had like.
Have you eaten?
I've eaten like a fucking like gizzards and shit.
Have you ever eaten like cooked liver?
Nah.
Fire. Stupid.
You had it? I had like deep fried gizzards and shit and hearts and shit. That shit's fire, bro.
I ate that too. Have you ever eat pig brain?
No, I don't know about that. The pig brain, bro.
Yeah, you get smart with that, bro.
No, bro.
Everybody thinks it's disgusting, bro, but it's fire.
You really like it?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. There's weird shit that's good, bro. Like there's a Filipino dish called dinuguan, and it's like made in pig blood, and it has like cartilage in it, bro. Like it's kind of nasty, bro.
So like little Jello or something.
Nah, it's like a soup kind of like with meat and stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? Like the blood soup kind of with shit. But like my dad used to always give it to me. He's like, oh, fuck it up, and then tell me, oh, well, that's pig blood. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? That shit was fire, bro. What the? You gonna got me hooked on this shit. Now that I'm older, I don't eat it as much because like you can really taste it. You know, so you can taste the blood. You can taste like the cartilage and the chewing, the crunchiness. I don't really like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes I would still eat it, like, oh, I think I like it, and it's kind of good, but
you know, I guess the thing is, I was thinking about the raw stuff. I don't know. I can only eat like sushi, right?
I think if, not like a whole like steak of liver, but like if you had like a strip, you could probably just put it down,
You would try that
and brush it down.
You trying that on the next podcast? No.
If everyone tries it, maybe. If everyone tries it, I'll try it.
I don't know.
I'll take it out forever.
I feel like I could try it, but I don't know how it would sit with me.
It's not gonna sit with you well. I don't know. And we'll be back.
Yeah, bro. Like, hey, I'll be right back. I was talking about the other day. I was saying, well, what would happen? You know, some people are so picky at when they eat. I don't know. You say you're a picky eater too, but
I'm not a picky eater. But like, I realize at the end of the day, I am a picky eater. Cause like if someone was to put some crazy ass shit right here, I'm not gonna eat that. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is that? That's, bro. Like if you was to give me the pig's brain, I'd be like, bro, what? I don't want to.
I might eat some pig brain on the podcast.
I don't want to eat that shit, bro.
So how about like seafood stuff like that? You eat that?
Yeah, I eat all that.
So
shit.
Some people don't even eat that, right?
Yeah,
like,
some people don't like sushi.
So I'm thinking, bro. So many Americans are like that, or like, well, at least a lot of people I know that are like so picky and.
Americans love sushi though.
Well, sushi, yeah.
But a lot of people, I know a lot of people that are like, I don't like sushi. I don't eat raw fish.
Or like specific things, right? So I was like, bro, if we go to a war and there was like no food and shit,
eat dirt, bro.
I feel like a lot of these people will die from hunger. Not
bro,
even
no,
from
see, that's a whole
shot.
different subject, bro. Because then you gotta eat whatever. You're gonna be like, oh shit, I'm dying, bro. I'm gonna eat this gravel right here, bro.
So if you had to, like, if you went to war and there was no food, like,
eat somebody? Fuck yeah.
Would you eat somebody?
Fuck yeah. Thinking about it now, bro, like having to like cut somebody up and eat them. No, that shit sounds bad. But like,
I'm gonna just get somebody to cut me a slice fry and throw it to me. Don't even tell me what it is.
I'm gonna just kick it. I'm like, hey, bro, look at this fire right here. I'm gonna kick that nigga in the fire, bro. He's gonna cook medium rare, well done, bro.
Medium rare.
And I'm gonna just start. I'm gonna cook him for a while because then I'm gonna start pulling the meat off, bro. It's gonna be us. It's gonna be soft meat. I'm gonna just pull it off.
So what's the first part you eat? I feel like I eat a leg or something.
Depends. Is it a male or is it a female?
Oh, I mean, all right. Let's just say it's a male. You're probably not gonna want to. Well,
I eat that. I'll eat his arm, bro. I'm gonna eat his arm, bro. I feel like the leg's a little too lower. The leg might be good, but just to ease my way into it.
I think the muscle is like the good one, no?
See, I'm just thinking like the leg's like a chicken leg, like a drumstick, bro. That's probably the best part, but I feel kind of weird going straight for the leg. I have to ease myself into it by going for the arm, bro. Kick his arm real quick.
Damn. Bro. You ever see that show Alone?
Nah.
No. So there's this show where they get a bunch of people on.
Like an island or like somewhere in the wild. And
they drop them off in the wild with nothing.
Are they naked though?
No.
Okay, because I seen the ones where they was naked. They're like, damn, bro, I'm out here in the wild and I'm butt ass naked, bro. What the fuck?
They didn't even give him a freaking nothing.
They're like, oh, we got another show. You in the wild? Like, oh, yep, we got this.
Yeah, no, this.
But you naked too. Like, oh shit, what?
Why not have some damn clothes? Like.
They gotta make it harder, the more extreme. If you have
that'd be hard, bro.
If you have clothes, it's too easy. If you're out there in the wild with your dick hanging out, bro, you're like, oh shit, bro, you got like, worry about your shit getting snagged on a rock, bro, or like your teeth getting snagged on a rock, bro. You're like, oh shit, gets ripped off, bro. Lose your shit.
Damn, but these guys get dropped off in like, bro, like it's cold. It be snowing where they're at, you know. So, but most of them I've seen. So I just watched like one of the seasons. Mm-hmm. It's pretty interesting. They give them like 10 tools or whatever, 10 things they can bring. No food, nothing, no communication, nothing.
This fool brings a dildo. I got my dildo with me.
Nah,
hey, bro, chill.
It's hella funny because a lot of them bring like the pretty similar stuff, but
a lot of them bring the same shit.
Most of them give up because of food.
Are you allowed to bring food?
No, you gotta catch your own food.
You better start eating some twigs, bro. Get some twigs, boil it in some water,
Some
bro.
guy did that, bro. Like, he got a bunch of leaves and made, like, tea and shit. Like,
Hey, bro.
But-
he's like, I ain't gonna die.
yeah, there was this guy who caught a deer, bro. He brought an air bow or whatever, or a deer, or some kind of wild animal.
He brought a bow with him?
Yeah, because you're allowed to pick one thing.
Was anybody else bringing weapons with him?
Most of them bring, like, a knife or, like, a little multi-tool or something. And then they try to do what they got to do. But it's a lot of them, what I saw that they did, they try to build shelters. So they build, like, they took, like, 5 days to build a little house or a little cabin.
Instead of looking for food?
Yeah, and then they starve the 6th day and they go back home. Like, damn. And whoever lasts the longest, they get, like, 500,000.
Swear. That fool, like, come back. He's, like, missing a whole fucking leg. He's like, I had to do what I had to do, bro, for that 500, bro. They're like, bro, where the fuck your leg go, guys?
Bro, some people, like, some guy kind of, like, gave up pretty easy. He was like, I don't know, like, he was acting like his heart was hurting or something. But there was a lady who went, damn near, she almost died, bro.
I would have made sure I went in there with some long ass nails. I would have started chewing my nails to survive, bro. Like, that's a whole meal right there,
For
bro.
real.
I'm surviving, bro.
Damn, nah, I can't. Do you chew your nails?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I chewed my nails recently, bro. But I stopped. I've always chewed my nails for years, but I recently stopped, and I stopped chewing on them for hella months. But just recently, bruh, fucking, I think I was just hella bored, and I chewed them off, bruh.
I feel like I've been like that my whole life. I never used to have a clipper. And Marina's like, you don't got no clippers? How the hell you clip your nails? I'm like,
bruh, but I'd be the same way. Like, oh, my nails are long. I'm like, and my clipping skills with my mouth is pretty good. But it's like, bro, they still be rugged as fuck, bruh.
You got your toes or what?
Nah, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. My bad, I'm getting a little far. My girl, she be doing like nails and shit. So fucking, she be doing like little pedicures and fucking manicures and shit on me.
How's the you still doing the flipping toys?
Honestly, right now I'm not.
No,
I'm not. Nah, not right now. But
is it still good, or you just kind of took a pause?
Yeah, I kind of had to take a pause. Fucking but nah, I'm trying to get back to it. I got to. My brother's been trying to get me to mess with the whatnot. I've been seeing a lot of people. What is that? It's like a live auction thing, so people will build followings, and then like they'll get their inventory however they get it, and then they'll go live, and then like people will go in there and they'll start auctioning shut off, like, so it's kind of like Instagram and like eBay together. So it's like you're going live with these people who want to see you. Sometimes they like your following, they like you, they like your products, and then you start showing whatever. You might have a couple boxes in the back. Oh, I'm selling this. A lot of people sell different things like cards, toys, all kinds of shit. So then like you could build up your own channel on specifically certain things. Like my brother's doing basketball cards.
Oh,
so like there'd be a lot of people who go and they'll like buy packs and you pop it open in front of them, and then you start auctioning off. So it's pretty cool. I haven't really looked too much into it, but a lot of people be messing with it now. It's kind of like
they make pretty good money with that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know anybody who's really been doing it, but like some of the people who I be watching who do eBay, they're like, bro, I'm making 100,000 on fucking whatnot, and then they're kind of branching off and doing whatnot. You've been doing
good. You were doing real good with those toys.
Yeah.
At some point, you don't want to get back into it.
No, I do.
You
but
do?
I did have to take a pause for a minute.
You're gonna do both, maybe.
Honestly, I like eBay a little bit more because you don't have to always be there and live and this and that. But I like the whatnot too because it kind of gives you like a persona. Whereas like some people see a store, it's just a store. But when you see a store and the person, and it's like, okay, I actually see the face of this. I see like I like this person. This is someone I like. Whereas like a store, you're just like, oh, it's a cool store.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, okay. You're like the face of the store with the whatnot.
So it's like, bro, if you're a likable person, people will tune in just to listen to you talk. Because some people just be on there just bullshitting, being funny.
Oh, kind of like a live show, whatever.
Yeah, because it is a live show. Like, so like people will be like, oh, I'm selling this at 12 o'clock. I'm going live. And at 12 o'clock they'll go live and people will start joining in and, oh, you got this, or I'm selling this, and then people will stay in for the show for however long you're doing it.
You still messing with the stocks?
Nah, not right now.
No?
Man, I need to, man.